Hello and welcome back to Down the Track. Today we'll be reviewing the second T20 between India and Australia. India have sealed the series and now have a 2-0 lead going into the third T20. And today I have with me Mr. Ashish Dadiwal. He'll be really happy with the performance. Some of his favorite players have performed. How are you doing, bro?
Good, Musti. How are you, bro?
I'm doing well, man. Thank you so much. Enjoyed the game, chasing 195 to win. Yes, there was quite a few players missing from the Australia side, but it's still they managed to get a good score there. And I mean, India like they chased it down in the end, man. Your boy Hardik Pandya, you've been talking about him all this time, and clean hits in the end. And to be honest, even in the last over, it didn't. It wasn't 100% certain if India will win or not. But from his attitude, it looked like he's gonna chase it anyway.
Yeah, it was an amazing game. Before the start, I already told you like it's going to be a 190 chase,
Yeah.
and the way Wade was playing, we thought he's going to take it away and cross the 200 mark. The series going to cross it,
Yeah.
but like luck favors India, and India got very lucky with that run out.
Mhm.
Though Kohli dropped the catch, and
Wow, man.
but
How did he drop that catch, bro? How did he
he
drop
means
that catch?
he's dropping sitters. I don't know, just the
Now like,
pressure
you can't even
or
explain it, right? Before you could say lights, this and that, but this you don't
but this
expect
one, yeah.
anybody. You don't even expect
I'm
anybody.
a true Kohli supporter, but I was yesterday I was like, dude, you can't drop these sitters.
Yeah.
But it shows the presence of mind of Kohli. Like he saw Wade is already walking back, and if you see Wade was like so disappointed, he said, "Oh, it's gone to Kohli. He's gonna like take it any day."
I don't
But
think. Yeah, yeah, exactly, exactly, exactly.
he
Yeah,
was surprised like, "Oh, Kohli
yeah,
dropped it," and
yeah.
then but the presence of mind, and he threw the ball to KL Rahul, and it was a run out. But we
But
were so lucky in that one.
yeah, I think more than presence of mind, it was just anger. He got pissed off that he dropped such an easy catch. He just threw it at him. That's what it looked like. But yeah, I think you're absolutely correct. You hit the nail on the head. We got lucky because if Wade stayed there, scored 100, there could have been 200 plus chase, and then it would have been really out of India's hands. So after that wicket, they fought back. I really want to talk about. This guy from one of the greatest teams in the IPL from Sunrisers Hyderabad, Mr. Natarajan. What a series he's having, man. Like, his debut for India. You normally, like, I didn't expect him, to be honest, to perform like this because it is. You do get nervous in these situations, but
Yeah,
he's done
true.
much better than anyone has expected for sure. And he's been the best bowler in this series from both sides.
Yeah, Natarajan has been a surprise because as a like IPL product, when you go to the Indian team, it's
Mm,
so much pressure on you. It's so much pressure,
yeah.
and it's just a second game. But he looks so calm when he's bowling, and everyone he can bowl Yorkers at as well. But no one saw like how he got Maxwell out, how he got the other guy out on a bouncer.
Yeah,
So
yesterday.
he know how to change his pace. He know what to bowl when. So it's a great find. But before Hyderabad got him, I must tell you that Punjab was the team which recruited Natarajan, but he got unlucky because he got an injury. He played few games, but he got an injury in his arm, so Punjab has to drop him. And you guys like always preying on Punjab players,
We
so
had
Hyderabad got him.
yeah. So Sunrise had like better doctors in the team and everything, so they made sure he got fit
Yeah,
and everything.
after 2 years, you got better doctors. Yeah,
But unbelievable. I think that short ball you're talking about was of a Darcy shot, that ball he bowled. And you're right. Like before, they were just saying he's a Yorker specialist, but he showed he has the variations now. He can blow that slower ball. He can bowl that quicker bouncer. He can bowl the quicker Yorker. So he has a lot of variations. But do you think it's also his age which is helping him because he's more mature? He's 29 years old. So even though he's making a debut, he maybe he's still as nervous, but it's like he has that more mature head on him. So do you think that helps?
yeah, because when you reach to that level and at 29 or 28, when you reach that level, it's so much cricket you have played.
Mm,
And in the interviews also, we heard that he's a tennis ball player who learned how to bowl in like leather ball. So he has a good presence of mind. He bowls actually according to his field. You see, like he bowled that bouncer to short and he went straight to Iyer, who
mm.
took an amazing catch. So he knows where his fielders are. That's why we got a great figure, like 4 overs, 20 runs, and 2 wickets.
Yeah,
When
he
the
went.
other guys were like getting smashed all over the ground.
Yeah, everyone was going over 10 runs and over. Like the average in the whole game was probably 10 runs or more, and he went for 5.5 runs and over. Unbelievable stuff.
That's amazing. Like Natarajan, like if he can back up with Bumrah, Shami, and Bhuvi when he comes back. If this is the guy we have as a backup or like playing with those guys, I think India has a good, solid pace bowling like team.
Attack, yeah, and especially he's
Yeah.
bringing in that left angle, left arm angle as well, so that helps a lot as well. It's a bit different, right, for the batsman, so that helps as well.
Yeah, because it's a totally different angle to play. And when he bowls those slow cutters, he never shows the ball, and he just changes in the last moment when he's about to deliver the ball. So that's why Steve Smith was having very like trouble picking him up when he
Yeah,
was going for those slog shots.
yeah.
So the left arm angle, just like it's a bliss for India that they found someone of that maturity, like to bowl in the T20s, and he soon be regular in the ODIs, and I probably love to see him in the Test as well.
Yeah. And we were talking about this as well on our chat as well. Smith, when it was, I think our friend Punter said this, when in the T20s, in the one days he played like the T20s, and then now in the T20s he's playing like a one day run up. Also, do you think the way they played in the middle overs, Australia, it was a bit too slow considering the start they got from Wade? They could have easily hit 200 plus, but because in the middle overs the way Smith played and stuff, do you think it was a bit too slow, considering the pitch and everything?
I think it was a bad call to send Smith up when Wade was going like bunkers,
Yeah,
because if you send Smith up, he's going to take his time. He's going to play like single double, then like he's going to take his time to get set in the field,
yeah.
right? But a guy like Stone is waiting for his number.
Mm,
Like
mm.
he came like fifth down, sixth down. That's not the spot for Stoinis, because once you got a good start in the first six, you have to bring on your big gun so that run rate is like climbing up, not going down.
Yeah.
But when Smith came in, like we all felt like, okay, as Indian fans, we wanted Smith to stay on the crease. He scored 46, but it was good for us because he's played already 20, 38 balls.
Yeah, he played
Because
striking at 120 only. Yeah,
he was trying to hit sixes, but he was missing them, then just taking singles, inside edgings, like taking singles. That's it, which is a good sign for us. That's why it didn't cross the 200 mark.
yeah,
If
exactly.
Stoinis was there, he played those 30 balls. I'm sure India would have been chasing 120 plus, 200 plus,
220 plus, yeah, probably
220
220,
plus. Yeah.
230. Yeah, and even if Maxwell got going, he got out. But if he got going and instead if it was Smith who got out, maybe we could. If Maxwell played those amount of balls, he probably would have hit more. So, but yeah, that's the thing. Like with Australia, I think you're right. They should judge the situation a bit more and then send their batsmen, because they have a lot of firepower there. So they just need to be a bit smart in that. Because in the end, with the pitch they had, they could have easily got more runs.
Yeah, just like India did yesterday when they sent in
Exactly.
Sanju Samson
Yeah.
instead of Iyer, because everyone knows second down Iyer is going to come.
Yeah.
But they send in Sanju Samson, they know, because Sanju Samson has the capability to hit sixes at will.
Yeah. And then they got
So,
Pandya as
and
well straight after that. Normally Pandya bats at 6, but they got him straight after.
yeah, because they know the run rate is climbing, and it will be a lot of pressure on Virat Kohli or Dhawan, who was batting at that time, to score runs at higher pace. Because if you have the big guns, then just it's time for them to go out and explode. So India made a better move by sending Iyer after Pandey.
Yeah, I think yeah, you hit the nail on the head. If you move on to the Indian innings, it was a cautious start from Rahul and Dhawan, but and Sam's only gave 4 or 5 runs in his first over, and then suddenly Matthew Wade decided to because Ty got hit for like 12, 13 runs, but there was a few edges there as well. But suddenly he decided to give the ball to Maxwell, and then everything changed for India. The momentum went their way. They smashed him. Both Dhawan and Rahul both hit him all over the park. So were you surprised with that move from Wade in the power play, especially when things were going decently for Australia?
No, I was happy that Maxwell came on. Because we needed that over. We needed
It
that over.
reminded you of what he used to do with Punjab, huh? Get hit a lot.
Get hit a lot, yeah.
I'm joking, yeah.
But the thing is, it's
Because
like
because
Wade.
it's not like they got hit that much, right? It was still a slow-ish start compared to the run rate that was required.
I don't know, like it's called inexperience in the captaincy, because Wade is not captaining Australia like regularly. So
Yeah.
and he had like a lot of bowlers to bowl. So he thought, okay, if I bring in Maxwell for Dhawan, probably he's
It
gonna
was a
take a
matchup.
wicket.
Yeah, it was a
Yeah,
matchup kind of thing instead of looking at the current situation.
but I think in the power play, when two guys are set, they played like 4 overs. So
Yeah.
you shouldn't bring your spinners in, because the ground is big and they can pick their spots to hit sixes or fours.
Yeah.
But Wade missed the trick because he had like a lot of pace bowling options as well.
Yeah.
Uh, Stoinis didn't bowl 1 over. He could have gone with Stoinis for that sixth over, and
But I
then
think Stoinis didn't bowl because he said that he couldn't, because of his injury, he couldn't bowl. But there was still Enriquez there.
Enriquez there. Enriquez
And
bowled
Sam's
one
only
over for
bowled
9
one
runs.
over in the power play. Sam's could have easily come back for a second over. Because my point is that when there's not much going wrong for you, you don't need to try something different. Just continue it, right? The most expensive over before that was Ty, and he was also unlucky. There was like an edge which went past third man and stuff. So I think that was a bit unnecessary. And you're right, they went for the matchup because Dhawan is left-handed. He spins it away from him, so they thought he might get him into that. But those deep mid-wicket shots from Dhawan, and then that cut off the back foot,
Cut shot.
yeah, brilliant.
Amazing.
Yeah, I think that took the momentum and swung it to India's favor. And then Rahul got out to that extra. They kept a fielder for him right there, like at point cover area, and he fell for that trap. But after that, Dhawan made his 50, and then King Kohli was there at the crease. King Kohli, until he was there, we thought, yes, he's going to finish it. He's going to finish it. He played an AB scoop shot. What are your thoughts on that shot?
I've never seen him play those shots, but when you see like he's playing those shots, so it means like he's in the game. His mind is in the game. He wants to win this game.
Yeah.
And over the years, they've shown like it was a bold decision to take like to bowl first, because we have seen in this series no score has been chased down till yet.
Yeah.
But Kohli was clear in his mind that okay, and the team manager was clear that we want to chase this game because they knew it's going to be a high scoring game. Even Pandya said we thought it's going to be a 200 score, like 200 chase, but they were 10 runs short. Australia were 10 runs short. So Kohli playing in that zone, it tells you like, okay, he's in the mood and he's going to get the team through. But unlucky, like he chased a far, like an away ball and he got his edge, right?
Yeah.
But the way he was playing was so amazing. 2 sixes and 2 fours, amazing batting.
Yeah, and during that time, actually, after Rahul got out, the leg spinners bowled really well. Zampa and Swepson. Were you impressed with the way they bowled? Swepson in particular, he just went for like 25 runs, I think, in his 4 overs. Very economical, and it was hard to hit them. So they actually calmed things down after Maxwell got hit. So and that's why Kohli got that pressure and he went for that shot on a loose ball, because I think these leg spinners did a good job in between.
Yeah, I'm impressed with Swepson because in the first first T20, we was looking at it like he was bowling too short, and he was taken like for 20 in the first 2 overs he bowled, and then we didn't see him. Yeah. But in the last game, he showed he has a control and he has the character to play in the Australian T20 side. And Zampa performs every time. Apart from that 6 from Iyer, which was a massive 6, 111 meters.
And that extra cover 6 over that Kohli hit of Zampa.
Yeah, apart from those 2 sixes, like Zampa was on point. He knew what he's bowling, and the batsmen were trying to hit him.
Yeah.
But Pandya tried to hit him because Pandya has already got a better hand over Zampa. But when Pandya is missing his shots, so it means the bowler is on top, and he was bowling very good.
Yeah, I think you hit the nail on the head. There's some really good points about the leg spin bowling. And then after that, Kohli got out. Just a word on that. Did you expect that from him? There's something with Kohli, like he looks in good touch. It's not like he's out of form, but he's just not finishing it. Like he's not getting those big scores like in the one days, those hundreds, or in T20s like the 80s, where even though he's looking brilliant, he's looking like $1 million player, but it's just one loose shot. Is it a lapse of concentration, or what is it? What is it different, like, you know, in this series, in this tour?
I think he's getting the starts. He's in the game. He's not like he's not throwing away the wicket. But the problem is, at some times he's like failing to pick up the ball, which he has to hit. Because if you see Kohli 2 years earlier, right? Kohli picks his ball to hit sixes. Otherwise, he just dabs and take a single. He lets the scoreboard running. And yesterday in the game, it was the run rate was creeping high unless like he started firing. Yeah. So he wanted to get better of the bowler. So he went for the shot, and he failed to pick that the ball is going wide, because when he was walking out, he was asking whether the ball was too wide or like he just edged it. So he was frustrated by himself. But great thing happened with great players, you know, like they get criticized all the time. It's good, like no one saying like 24 balls and he scored 40, because we expect Kohli to go like crazy, like 200 strike rate and win the game for India every time. Yeah. But this also shows the character in this team, that the young guys coming in, Iyer coming in and playing like shots, and then Pandya, he's amazing find in this Australian series, because we know him as an all-rounder, but he's playing as a pure batsman, and he's showing I'm a pure batsman in the series.
Yeah.
The way he was playing, we all had believed like, okay, if Pandya is there, two hits, two sixes, it's game over, and that's what happened.
Yeah.
And
And
he
also, yeah, sorry, go for it.
and he wanted to keep the strike every time.
Yeah, I saw that.
He refused the single to
Yeah.
Iyer. He said, "No, I'm going to hit this guy."
Yeah, which is
So
surprising.
Iyer was like,
Honestly, it was a risk at that time because we were also talking about it at that time. Is actually that shot from Iyer, the one he hit a six and then the four, which took the pressure off. Because when Pandya was actually batting, he played quite a few dot balls in the second and third last over. If you remember, a lot of balls went to the keeper. He missed it, so it was a risk. But he backed himself in the end, and he always knew that like he has it in him to hit those sixes. But if it wasn't for those Iyer shots to Zampa, India would have been in more trouble than they actually were, right?
yeah, Iyer had a different plans today. He didn't even think Pandya. He just like, give me the single, I'll tell you what to do.
Yeah.
So because Iyer, the six he hit, like it was perfect head position, and the way the hands were flowing, like I was like, wow, this is an amazing shot,
Yeah.
and it looked so effortless when he hit that shot. Even Kohli and every dressing room, they were like, okay, where's this
Yeah.
going? It's going out. And it was
Yeah.
like, and it was a big boundary on that side, and that's why we see also only in the first rows of the crowd. It was a big boundary over there.
Yeah.
But Pandya, Australia has a certain plan to bowl to Pandya. They bowl outside off to him,
Outside off,
the
yeah.
wide line,
Mm.
and then when he was missing, he was getting frustrated. But he did a wise thing. He took a break and he called for the dressing room to bring a new bat. So he got all the time to assess his batting, and then he nailed a four outside the off
Yeah.
when they bowled the same ball. So
Yeah, over extra
it just
cover. Like, yeah,
yeah,
I remember
so
that shot. Yeah.
it just the batsman has to take time, not to play according to the bowler's speed. He has to play according to himself. He has to make the game rotate around himself rather than bowler is coming and bowling dots to you.
Yeah, no, I think those are really good points because we did see him miss a lot outside off, so that is a weakness. But then he changed his bat. I think he did that in the one days as well. And in the last over, he just positioned himself beautifully, hit those sixes on the leg side, immense power and clean hits. Pandya, when he hits it clean, so he can clear any ground. And like you said, he's playing as a batsman, but he's matured now more, and we know what he can do. And he's playing that finishing role. We all miss MS Dhoni. You can't compare his greatness and everything, but you still need finishers in the limited overs format, especially in T20s. And Pandya can play that perfect role. You might not need to send him like in the 10th, 12th over. You can send him in the 16th over, exactly where he came yesterday. That's probably his best position, right? Because you don't really need to send him early. If he goes early, he might get out, and then you don't have that. But that finishing role in the end is key when you need like 25 of 12 balls. You need someone like Pandya.
Yeah, that's true. And I'm happy that you said Pandya has matured now.
So you were going to remember we are having a topic. So do you think Hardik Pandya is the best all-rounder in the world?
Obviously, like if you the one who has to change your perspective. Mine is clear.
But my point is he's not playing as an all-rounder. He's playing as a batsman. So how can he be compared as an all-rounder?
but like he's gonna get back to his bowling. You still see him as an all-rounder. He's gonna get back to his bowling. He's gonna play. He's gonna bowl, and he's gonna win matches for India.
I'll tell you this much: I think he's on course to be a really great all-rounder because his hitting ability, which you've seen in the last few years in the IPL, but now especially in Australia as well, is unbelievable. But remember, Ben Stokes did this in an Ashes 50 Test match with
Hazelwood. He got dropped
but there was Hazelwood, Stokes, and Lyon, and Cummins, who none of them played, and in the World Cup final where there's a lot of pressure. So I'm not comparing anything. I'm just giving you some points.
It's your perspective versus mine. So.
But I think Hardik Pandya definitely is getting there. He's really impressed me and all of us, and he's become a mature. And I think Australia will. Australian other opposition teams will be wary of him when he comes out to bat, especially in a T20 World Cup. I think he'll be that danger man now. Like in Indian team, we always had Kohli. Before there was Sachin, Rohit Sharma. But now I think Hardik Pandya will be that danger batsman. Yeah. He has that Russell impact now, right? Like, I mean, there's 4 overs left. Hardik is still there to come. So it'll play in opposition minds now for sure.
And I think the teams are going to plan against how to bowl against him because you see they have a plan A, plan B for Rahul, Kohli, Rohit. They have these plans, but they never plan for the tail. They never plan it. Yeah. But now Hardik Pandya, they have to plan for him where to bowl. they're gonna bring something up as a weak spot.
Yeah, and he'll have to adapt to that.
Australia are doing that wide outside of length ball
Yeah,
or full ball. But if Pandya like is gonna play those shots, he's gonna connect it. But now they're gonna find something new where they can hit Pandya strong because he's an amazing puller. He can pull the ball. He can hit you down the track,
yeah,
but you still have to find his weakness. Even the experts, they don't even know what's Pandya's weakness right now.
yeah.
So that's a good thing for the batsman. But nowadays, like the analysts and everything, all the technology coming into the
Yeah,
games, right?
yeah.
So they'll bring up something and they'll try to exploit it.
Yeah, for sure. I think you got that spot on, and he'll probably have to adapt to that. And just to close things up, for you, the player of the match.
It's dicey because once
I'm
your
glad you said
bowlers,
that. I'm glad you said that.
I was telling you yesterday as well.
Yeah,
Because
yeah,
it's dicey because when your bowlers are getting hit for around 8 or 9 and over every over, right? And there's one bowler who's standing exceptional, like what, 4 overs, 20 for two. I
yeah.
think that's your match winner. But seeing like 190 chased, so and the guy he's hitting 42 out of like 22 balls and 15 of the last over. So that's why they all moved to Pandya being the man of the match.
Yeah, because also without Pandya's contribution, they probably wouldn't. They might have not won the game, right? So in that
Yeah.
situation, considering the situation, that's why they probably got it. But I agree with you. I think Natarajan, because yes, I know he's from the greatest team in the IPL. He's a great bowler. He's everything. I have a lot of I have a lot of bias towards him. But like you said, the main thing you said is economy rate compared to everybody else, and picking up 2 wickets on a ground where everyone went 10 overs plus, 10 runs per over plus. I think you have to give him a lot of credit. And I think credit to Hardik Pandya. He said that also in the man of the match when he received it. He said that I think Natarajan should have got it. But yeah, I mean, credit to him for saying that. But without Pandya, also India might have not won this game. It could have been a dual man of the match, maybe. Yeah, but
yeah, they could have shared it, but like
really good for India.
It didn't happen at the concussion man of the match time. So.
But really good news for India. Good future without major contributions from like the likes of Rohit, Kohli. Yes, Kohli played brilliant in this game. I'm not taking anything away from him, but no major contributions. And they have youngsters stepping up now. You have different players stepping up. So it looks bright for India now. Heading into the Test series, they have some momentum now after losing the one-day series.
It's a very good squad. When you bring back Rohit Sharma to the squad, like it looks an amazing squad. Bring back Bumrah, Shami, all the first 11 players. If you say bring those first 11 players, bring back Bhuvneshwar Kumar. You're seeing a very solid Indian team. And the one good thing about this Indian team is everyone giving credit to each other. They're not taking the credit themselves. As you said, Hardik Pandya gives credit to Natarajan. Yeah. Even yesterday, I saw Virat Kohli saying. Like we had great batsmen like Rohit Sharma, who was not here with us. Like he mentioned Rohit Sharma, but now you're laughing. You know the reason why you're laughing.
Yeah.
But like as well, they have a professional relationship, which is very good. So and they are backing each other up, which is a good sign for a good team. And they have won the T20 series in Australia for the second time straight up. So that's a big achievement.
Yeah, I just feel that.
And the team.
Yeah, I just feel that there is still room for improvement. Fielding definitely has to improve. Starting from the captain, it has to improve 100%. And also, I feel that all-rounder role, if Hardik Pandya bowls, it's still good, but they need more bowling options, I think. Going with 5 bowlers is very risky. Yes, it paid off in this series, but there's quite a few Australian players who also didn't play. Not taking credit away from India's win, but if those players played, it would have been a bit more harder just to go with 5 bowlers. So I think there's a few areas they need to strengthen in, but I completely agree with you. Like there is a good professional relationship going. They're looking good now. But hopefully when you win, you also look at your weaknesses and you try to strengthen it. So I think that's key going forward, especially when you aim for the T20 World Cup.
Yeah, but the problem is the Indian batting, like the pure batsmen are so strong, you cannot drop anyone right now. If Hardik Pandya bowls, he's a 6th bowler. That's it. You don't have a room for another all-rounder.
Yeah, or you need somebody to bowl from the top order, like how Sehwag, Yuvraj, Raina did.
Yeah.
So just to have an option.
Looking at this team, I think Kohli tried Mayank Agarwal to bowl off spins.
Yeah.
So that can be your option. Rohit Sharma, he can bowl off spins as well.
Yeah.
So I think for the preparation of World Cup 2023, which is 50 over, right?
Yeah.
So I think we might see Rohit Sharma getting few overs under his belt in the different series, just to have an option, not to bowl him regularly, just like how Maxwell gives you overs,
Yeah.
like 4 overs, 3 overs,
Yeah.
because those overs will help your like put less pressure on your the bowlers who are going expensive in that particular match. So I think someone in the top order like Rohit Sharma, like senior players, Mayank Agarwal can step in, or I would love to see Kohli bowl again, but it's a risky action and he can twist his ankle any day. You don't want to lose him.
Yeah, that's true.
So that's a bad thought to have. So someone in
That's
the
true.
top order should start bowling.
Yeah, that's what I feel as well. I strongly feel that, because even when you get Pandya in six bowler, of course it'll strengthen the bowling, but you still need some options there. You saw in Australia, you have so many options, man. Even Darcy Shore can come bowl, Maxwell can bowl, Stoinis can bowl, that Enriquez. So you need options like that, especially in a T20, just to be on the safer side and compete. But yeah, I think we wrapped up everything for this game. Congratulations, India won the series. You can now watch the third T20 relaxed. You don't need to be stressed out. And
Whenever India goes out, we are stressed out. It's a love for the game. And
yeah.
we wanna beat the team like every match we play against them. So
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I think we've enjoyed some really good cricket. India lost, Australia won the ODI series. Credit to them. India won the T20 series. Credit to them. Now it's evenly poised going to the Test series. They're gonna miss a few big players, but we'll discuss all that in detail later on when we get closer to the series. But I think it's all evenly poised now going into the series. But thank you so much. Is there anything else you want to say?
it'll be a 3-0. I said 2-1, but it'll be a 3-0 win for India.
For T20 for the T20s, yeah, and
For
they
the
don't need to
T20.
do many changes. If Kohli wants to rest, he can rest. But apart from that, they don't need to do many changes, because these players are not going to play in the Test series. A lot of them, right?
Yeah.
Maybe just Rahul, Kohli, but otherwise from there, like the likes of Natarajan, Chahal, even Shikhar Dhawan, these guys won't be playing in the Test series. So I think,
Yeah. So it's better for the new guys and the young guys to get opportunity, go out there and play in Australia, get some runs.
Yeah, get some
Because
runs there.
India has already have the series in the bag, so they don't mind like trying something new.
It's 3-0. I like how you're confident now that it's going to be 3-0.
I said 2-1 India, but now we want first two, so it's 3-0. Just for the whitewash. You can brag about it. We whitewashed you.
For sure. But yeah, thank you so much for joining me. It was a lot of fun, some really good conversation, and there'll be more debates in the future, especially when it comes to the all-rounder and a lot of other things. But I think some really great points there, and hope you have a good night.
You too, bro. Take care.
Thank you, man. Take care.